What's going on YouTube? Chilling, man. Chilling. First things first. I am on the back side of this cold. Alright? I barely feel it today. I'm still got a touch of mucus going on, but I'm pretty much maintaining and I'm going. Now, I was swaying between two subjects, alright? One was emotional men. Two was 100% on the bills, alright? And these are both things my homeboy sends me. And again, I'm not going to number these homeboy chronicles because it'll be too damn many with the stuff he sends me. I'm going to just take his videos and just use them as reference points, pretty much. Now, I had to sit on this side of the seat, well, this side of the truck, because the other side of the truck is too bright. So, if you wonder why I'm at the angle that I'm at, that's why. So, me and him were talking this morning, right? And he calls me. He's like, okay, bro, I got a question for you. You know, he always asks me just random ass questions. You know, would you pay, do you expect your woman to cook it, all the time if you pay 100% of the bills? And, I'm going to just answer it the same way I answered him. No, not really. Because people are people, right? And just because you pay 100% of the bills doesn't make a person any less of a person. Motherfuckers get burnt out from doing too much shit too soon. And I think that when guys pay 100% of the bills, y'all feel like that gives y'all some sort of like dominion over people. Now, the power hungry shit, I kind of do get it, because it's like paying 100% of the bills is pretty much not easy, and that comes with a certain level of shit with it. Meaning, like, okay, let's say for sake of argument, you want to have a kid, right? You just, for whatever reason, you and your significant other decide to have a child, and one of y'all pays 100% of the bills, all right? Again, there's nothing wrong with however people do it is however people do it. How people have their relationships is just how you have a relationship. But like having the money to take care of not only one, but 3 people potentially. I've done this before firsthand. I've taken care of 4 people potentially. Hell, 5 if you call add my mom into it at certain points. But it takes a substantial amount of money to do that. Meaning like you got to have a certain type of career. You got to have a certain type of job that pays a certain type of amount of money. Because that shit is no joke if you're going to be the one paying all the bills. You got to be realistic about it. And again, this ain't one of those videos where you judging motherfuckers for the shit they do or the relationship they choose to have. Some people want to date people that want to pay for everything. Some people want to date people that pay for half. And some people date people just based off, well, not dating people because of it, but I'm saying y'all balance bills based off your situation, right? I know me. I only have money for so much shit in my life, so I'm not going to, burn through money like that. It's personally my preference. I don't like to blow through money. I'm the kind of guy that likes to keep it. Like, nothing personally makes me happier than making a lot of money and keeping a lot of money. But you got to be realistic about the shit you're doing. Now, when you ask for a motherfucker to pay for 100% of the bills, right? You better be understanding what you're signing up for. It's very rare that you're going to get somebody, I'm trying to learn to watch my mouth. It's very rare that you're going to get somebody that's going to pay for all that and not have some type of control over your life, all right? Now, for those that want freedom, because me and my sister have had discussions about this, she said personally she don't want a man paying for every single little thing, because when guys pay for all the bills, they feel like they control you. And to some degree, that is true. Like, if I got to pay for all this by myself, like, if a guy has to pay for everything by himself, you are going to deal with a certain level of asshole with that. And let me tell you how you escape that, all right? And it may not be what you think. It's love, all right? Meaning like, what most women do, and I don't blame y'all for this, y'all typically get with the guy that already has it. Meaning like, when you met him, he already had the money. And if you got to be the guy that has the scratch, claw, like when you got to go out here and figure out how to become the man with the money by yourself, and what the woman that's there with you wasn't there with you on you coming up, you tend to not care because you wasn't here for me when I was going through this. Or, and it's like a lot of y'all jump into situations with people and you try to like make them all the bills when you ain't done nothing for them. Meaning like, okay, if you are the woman, and most women don't want to do this, when you stick with that man through his come up, and, you know, more than likely, right? More than likely, because a lot of y'all dudes, when y'all become the man that comes up on the come up, you switch up. And that's some bullshit. But if you stick with this dude, let's say you meet him and he didn't have anything, and you stuck with him through all that to the point where, you know, he got his stuff together the way he wanted to, he'll love you differently. Meaning like, you were the woman that was there when it was hard. You were the woman that was there when it wasn't easy. You were the woman that was there when it was difficult. And most girls don't like to stick through that process. Like, most girls want you to be the guy that got money. They don't want you to be the guy that's trying to get money. A lot of people say things like love shouldn't require suffering. I think it does to some degree. Meaning like, I don't believe you should stick with a guy that beats on you, cheats on you, gets other girls pregnant, sleeps with other women on you. If y'all made that agreement to really stick with just y'all two, and he's out here doing all this extra shit, no, don't stick with no mess like that. Don't deal with nobody like that. But like a guy that's trying to get together, they may not necessarily have the money per se the lifestyle that you would want, and you don't want to stick with him because of that. Like, I get it, but just understand, when these men treat y'all like trash, it's because a lot of y'all got with these guys when they were trying to struggle. You saw them struggling and you left. And I get it. A lot of women leave. It's a lot easier for y'all to leave shit, I guess. And I gotta learn to watch my mouth. But yeah, a lot of y'all leave very quickly when it's signs of pressure. Now just understand, when a man pays 100% of the bills, he has the resources to do so. One, and then two, he loves you like crazy. Not cussing is hard. But when a guy pays 100% of the bills for you, he really cares about you. Now, with paying 100% of the bills for a woman, you can't just give that to some Jezebel. Meaning like, what you dudes do is you pay the 100, like, because I understand why guys don't want to do it. It's because most of us, when you don't want to do it, it's because you had a bad experience with doing it. And a lot of these girls, what they'll do is you'll sit there and you'll pay all these bills for them, and they'll still disrespect you. You can't hand that to anybody. You can't hand that level of like comfort in someone's life to someone that don't serve you. Meaning like, you know, you're paying 100% of bills for a woman. Every time she get upset, she make you sleep on the couch. Like, nah, bruh. So again, there's nothing wrong with paying all the bills for somebody, but you got to be realistic about what you're doing. You got to make sure you have the resources. You got to make sure you have the financial backing, because rent at this point for most places that are halfway decent is at least $1,500 or better. $1,200 for, like, you are paying $1,000 for a one bedroom. Like, and then imagine if you got a woman that if you date somebody that got kids, like, you know, 2 or 3 kids from previous relationships, you dating her, and then, you know, her, like, okay, no man pays 100% of the bills to have the other baby daddy come around to be like, oh, I'm coming to get my kids. Like, you don't pay all that money to have somebody come to your house any kind of way, or have someone talk to you any kind of way, or not to get that respect, or, you know, the things you feel you deserve, because it's really hard work coming up with the money that y'all say that y'all want. Now, if you had to ask me why men these days are fighting against paying 100% of the bills, it's because a lot of the times, you know, one, the economy has really gone, The economy has really gone up crazy. 1. 2, paying all the bills for a woman does not necessarily guarantee you the respect you think you want. And 3, most men do not know what they're signing up for when they're doing this, all right? It takes a lot of money these days to pay every bill in the house, all right? And then that's a lot of bills to keep up with. Me personally, I'm not a great multitasker. Like, you got to remember, everything that a man is based off of, at least 90% of it, most of it is respect. All right. If a dude is paying all the bills in the house and you make him feel good about paying all the bills in the house, and you really support him and anything he might go through, you know, and you're loving and you're caring, that'll make him want to pay more bills in the house. But if you're just running around being a fucking cunt about it, and Jesus Christ, I got to watch my mouth. You know what, the hell with it. If you're running around being a fucking cunt about this shit, like, okay, I personally have paid the bills for a person all the way before, and she really still ran out and was still on some bullshit. She was still a bitch. She didn't give a damn. Like, okay, if you're paying all the bills for somebody and you're not getting your respect, it makes you get twice as mad because now you done lost money behind this shit. Like, it's one thing to pay the bills, right? It's another to pay bills and still not get the respect you think you paying for. You gotta understand something. With most things you pay for or you put money into, you technically receive money back, right? You spend your money, you get gas in the tank. You pay the electric bill, you get electricity. When you, the way God see it, when you pay bills for a woman, you feel like you paying, not necessarily paying for respect, but paying for peace and respect and everything. All the shit that you want out of it, you feel like when you're paying bills, that's what you're paying it for, to some degree. 1, you care about the person. 2, you want your respect. 3, you technically might be the guy that don't want to do anything. You know what I mean? And when you're not getting any of that and you're dishing out all this money, that shit will make you strangle a woman. So yeah, I just wanted to share my take on men paying 100% of the bills. So with that being said, I'm feeling much better today. My cold is passing. I'm able to talk better. And I think that's the last time I'm going to make YouTube videos or attempt to make YouTube videos when I'm sick. Because it takes me, it's literally drawing life out of my body to talk when I'm not feeling well. But again, opinions are like assholes. That don't mean you got to be. I'm going to start back driving this truck. Y'all have a good day.